Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about the Berkshire Flyer.
This is an exciting new train from Amtrak. It just came out last year. This is the second year that it's been running. And a lot of people don't know about it because it only runs in certain times of the year, which is the summer from New York City.
Yes, and so I think Amtrak found that there were a lot of people that were trying to get to the Berkshires on the weekends, so they created the Berkshire Flyer. And so it runs every Friday. It goes to the Berkshires, and on Sundays it comes back. So it leaves New York City, basically you get to skip the traffic and you can start your vacation when you get on the train. Instead of having to sit in the car, right?
Yeah, driving out of New York City is probably one of the worst things.
It's brutal, especially on a Friday. I mean, traffic is already bad enough in New York as it is, but on a Friday, trying to get out of town and, enjoy a little bit of vacation, it's nice to be able to hop on a train and not have to worry about it, because you can start your vacation right then.
So this is a really cool train. We love these little trains that are unknown and are kind of under the radar. This is when you can hop on and say, hey, I rode the Berkshire Flyer, and most people aren't going to know what you're talking about. And it's actually not that expensive either. A coach ticket on the Berkshire Flyer is going to run you $45, and they also do have business class, which it's about double the price though, so I'm not 100% sure that that's worth it because it's not that long of a ride. It's about a 4-hour ride. So the business class ticket is going to run you $102 if you get it at the lowest possible price. But that price will go up as the train fills, and this is a very popular train. So we've seen that price go up to $145, which is starting to get on the pricey side.
Yeah, yeah, that is a little bit steep if you're paying for that, business class seat, especially. It doesn't seem, like you said, very necessary to do the business class because it's only a 4-hour ride. And basically the only difference is you're going to be getting free beverages in business class, which doesn't seem to make up for, unless you're going to drink a lot of beverages in 4 hours, doesn't seem to really make up for the difference in the price.
Yeah, they will tout on Amtrak a lot of the time more comfortable seating in business class, and in our experience, the seating really isn't that much more comfortable because Amtrak coach seating is already very comfortable. This is not like going from coach to first class on an airplane, where there's a huge difference and it would be worth $100. This is just a very minimal upgrade in your seating area, and basically it just also means you're going to be with business people, such like that. So it kind of depends on who you want to be with. You want to be with people finishing up their work week, or if you want to just be with kind of families, they're going to be in coach and they're going to kind of already be unwinding and so forth. So make your decision based on that and the price.
Yeah, because the thing is that the train leaves Moynihan at about 3:50. It leaves at 3:15 in the afternoon, which means people might still be trying to get some work done sitting in the business car seats. Yeah. So just kind of keep that in mind. It does arrive to Pittsfield just after 7 o'clock, like around 7:10 p.m., depending on, if it's running on time or not. I would imagine with one this short, that's going to be fairly on time for most of the time. So like I said, your vacation starts though when you get onto the train, because you don't have to worry about driving in the traffic to get up there.
Yeah, we have found in our experience coming from New York City in business, we've ridden it quite a few times, that you will often find it's different than any other place in the country. It will be people conducting business actually on their phones, and like I know so much about certain industries because I've sat in front of them and listened to them like be on a conference call the entire ride, and I was like, well, I'm kind of an expert in this field now. So if you don't really want to be in business, I just recommend coach for this type of train.
Yeah, for sure. And one great thing about this ride is not only does your vacation start when you get on, you also get to sit and enjoy the views. It's going to be different views than what you see when you're driving there. You get to ride along the Hudson, which is going to be gorgeous views. We've seen those riding other trains as well when you get those views coming out of New York City, headed up north. And it is actually really quite beautiful, right?
Yeah, it is actually one of the, it's a very similar route to the Lakeshore Limited. So if you've done the Lakeshore Limited out of New York, it's going to be a very similar route. But that's not a bad thing. This is a very pretty route to be on.
Yeah, and if you're looking to make sure that you get a seat, looking at the views, if you want to see the Hudson River, you're going to want to sit on the left side of the train going towards Pittsfield, and on the way back you're going to be on the right side of the train if you want to see the river. If you don't, and you don't mind, or you're going to sleep, then it doesn't matter where you sit. But on your way up to Pittsfield, you're going to want to be on the left, and on your way back to New York, you're going to want to be on your right.
Yeah, and I think it is worth it because it is a much better view being on the river. So definitely get that seat on the left when you're leaving New York, and you'll be pretty happy that you did. Let's talk about a few amenities that this train has. It's a short ride, so there's not going to be a ton of amenities on board. One thing it does have though is Wi-Fi, which is great. Because a lot of the long distance Amtrak trains do not have Wi-Fi, and so for this one to have, it's pretty good. Now, don't get too excited though, because the Wi-Fi speeds are not super fast.
They're not screaming fast. You may be better off just using your cell service. The other thing to keep in mind is that if you want to have a snack or a drink or whatever, if you're in coach, make sure that you bring your food with you, your snacks and your drinks, because there is no cafe car and there is no dining on this train. So you are allowed to bring your own stuff on. So make sure that you plan for that accordingly, so you don't get on the train and you're like, oh, I was going to eat a snack or whatever. Make sure you bring it with you.
Yeah, pick something up at Moynihan. This is a good reason to have status on Amtrak if you have the credit card. We have a whole couple of videos on the credit card on our finance channel if you want to see those. But if you have the credit card, you're going to be able to get status on Amtrak a lot quicker. And with status, this is a great one because you can go into the Metropolitan Lounge at Moynihan, and they've got free food. So you just take all that food, you can take it on the train with you, eat it the whole way up.
Yeah, we do it all the time. The staff is always so sweet. They're like, do you want anything else? Do you want to take anything with you? Is your train leaving? Pick some more things. And we're just like, okay, we'll take a couple more things. So yeah, that's really nice to have that access and be able to just get that for free. Otherwise, if you do not have access, there are tons of places to buy things there in Moynihan, so don't worry about that. Now, the other thing that you can plan for if you want to take bike rides in the Berkshires, or if you want to stop off and go to the Catskills, you can bring your bike on this train, but you do need to reserve a spot for it when you book your train. Make sure that you're doing that because they only allow so many on the train at a time.
Yeah, you can also bring your pet, cat or dog, on the train. Same thing applies though. You do need to get a ticket for that. You can't just show up with a pet and get on board with it. We have seen that happen, and they did get turned away. So if you're gonna bring a pet with you, get a ticket beforehand and you'll be good to go.
Yeah, so hopefully this was helpful to you if you're planning on taking the Berkshire Flyer up to the Berkshires from New York City. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Give us a like on this video. If you have any questions about it, then leave those for us below in the comments. We'll see you next time.